Emma was just a girl from a small village called Hilltown. Life in Hilltown was simple. People farmed, fetched water from wells, and helped each other. Emma's parents had died when she was 13. Since then, she had lived with her grandmother, a kind old woman who taught her to love deeply and never hurt anyone. At 19, Emma moved to the city of Brookfield. She got a small job at a bakery and stayed in a one-room apartment. It was there she met Chris. Chris was tall, funny, and handsome. He worked as a phone repair guy in the city. He didn't have much, but he had dreams. Big dreams. And Emma believed in him. They started dating. Emma cooked for him, washed his clothes, and even gave him part of her salary whenever he was broke. Everyone around her said she was too soft, but Emma didn't care. "I believe in him," she always said with a smile. "Someday he will make it." And Chris always promised, "When I make it, you'll never cry again." She believed him. Emma had only one close friend in the city. Her name was Tina. They worked in the same bakery. Tina was loud and stylish. She loved taking pictures and going to clubs on weekends. Emma was different. She stayed home, prayed often, and only wanted peace. Still, she trusted Tina. She told Tina everything about her life with Chris. How they met, how they struggled, how she hoped one day they'd both live in a nice house and raise a family. Tina always laughed. "You still believe in love like a child." Emma didn't mind. "I know my Chris," she'd say. But behind her back, Tina and Chris were already texting, already meeting, already touching. One day, Emma came back from work early. She was tired and it was raining. She wanted to surprise Chris with his favorite food. She had cooked jollof rice and fried plantain. But when she opened the door to Chris's room, she saw a pair of red high heels by the bed. Emma's heart dropped. She stepped inside. There was laughter inside the bathroom, a girl's laughter. Emma stood still. When Chris opened the bathroom door with a towel around his waist, his eyes met Emma's. And behind him came Tina. Emma didn't scream. She didn't cry. She just dropped the food on the ground, turned around, and walked out. Chris didn't follow her. Tina didn't say sorry. For days, Emma couldn't go to work. She stayed in her room crying. She didn't eat. She didn't sleep. She felt pain in her chest like a knife had been left there. How could they? The two people she trusted most. How could they break her like this? Then one night she fainted in the bathroom. A neighbor rushed her to the clinic. She was diagnosed with severe ulcer and depression. The doctor said she had lost too much weight and needed care, but she had no one. While lying on the hospital bed, a man in a black suit walked in. His name was Mr. Bryan. He was the owner of a company that supplied bread to her bakery. He had heard about Emma from the bakery manager and wanted to help. He paid her bills. He gave her money to recover. And when she got better, he offered her a new job as a personal assistant in his office. Emma didn't understand why he was helping her, but she was too weak to ask questions. She accepted. Working with Mr. Bryan was a new life. She wore nice clothes, took a cab to work, ate good food. She looked better, stronger, and brighter. One day, Mr. Bryan told her the truth. Years ago, when he was a poor delivery boy, Emma had given him bread for free when he couldn't pay. "You didn't know who I was, but you were kind to me," he said. "I never forgot." Tears rolled down Emma's eyes. She had forgotten that day, but he hadn't. 2 years later, Chris came back. Emma was now rich. She had bought her grandmother a new house in the village. She was managing one of Mr. Bryan's biggest projects. She had even started her own charity for women who had been betrayed like her. Chris stood at her office door sweating. He looked dirty and tired. "Tina left me," he said with shaky lips. "She ran away with my best friend. I lost my phone shop. I lost everything. Emma, I need you." Emma looked at him quietly. Then she said, "You said when you make it, I won't cry again. But you were the one who gave me my worst tears." Chris knelt down. "Please forgive me. Take me back." She shook her head. "I've forgiven you, but I will never take you back." As Chris was being led out of the building by security, he saw a big banner outside. It was a photo of Emma, CEO and founder, Emma Cares Foundation. And next to her stood Mr. Bryan, smiling. The words below read, "Celebrating a woman who rose from pain to power." Chris felt his legs shake. He walked into the street with tears in his eyes. He had lost her forever. 3 months later, Emma received a call from her village. Her grandmother had passed away peacefully in her sleep. Emma cried for days. The only person who had raised her, loved her, and prayed for her was gone. But when she got to the village to bury her, she found a letter under her grandmother's pillow. Emma, you were always meant for more. The world will hurt you, but never lose your kind heart. Let your story heal others. She wept in the sand that day, tears mixed with the dust. Her heart broke again, but she also felt peace. 1 year later, on her 24th birthday, Mr. Bryan gave her a key. It was the key to a new building, a shelter for broken women. And he put it in her name. She stood before the crowd that day and shared her story. People cried, some held hands. Others came forward to say, "You gave me hope." Emma smiled through tears. She had lost love, trust, and family, but she had gained purpose.